And happy Monday.
Happy Monday. If
How's it,
anyone's, what was that?
how's it going?
It's good. It's good. This is the big giveaway day for the 100 winners for a month in our community. But we're also going to do some Q&A. So while people are kind of jumping on, feel free to go ahead and put your questions in the chat, even your shop links in the chat. We're happy to dive into things.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. This is going to be a big giveaway. I think one of the biggest ones we've done in a while. So hopefully we get a lot of viewers. But while we wait for some questions, maybe we should talk about, did you do anything fun this weekend, Dylan? I know you were living that soccer mom life.
Oh my gosh. I am mortified of what type of soccer mom I'm becoming. I always was embarrassed for the moms who were screaming, and now that's me.
Oh,
And
that's funny.
yeah, but he's only 6, and I'm like way too invested in these games. I kind of want to be a coach.
I love it. You should like put a video on Instagram of you and like on the sidelines. Oh my gosh, like cheering on the side.
Yeah. And it's like, when 6-year-old soccer, they're like, tripping over their own feet. And
Yeah.
but Cameron, he's good. He's like twice the size of some of the kids. And
Mm,
he's gonna be a good one. So
yeah.
what did you do this weekend?
Honestly, funny enough, so I helped my parents had a big neighborhood garage sale that their HOA puts on. So they enlisted my help, but it was like 87 degrees, you guys, super, super hot in the Midwest. So talk about humidity. So the opposite of what Dylan and I felt in Vegas like a week and a half ago. And it was a full day ordeal, but it was good. They were able to get rid of a lot of stuff, and a couple of my friends came by. So that was like an all day ordeal. And then yesterday, just typical Midwest Sunday duties, mowing the lawn, running a couple errands, getting the sprinklers out. It's that time of year, you guys, for those of you that have to water grass. I'm sure you know about it and dread it. I do not have a sprinkler system. Highly recommend if you can put one in when you build your house to do it, because I'm the one dragging the hose out and making sure that it's aligned appropriately. But, got to keep the yard looking nice. That's a total Midwest thing. So it was just a very adult life, um, homeowner duty type weekend, if you will. But really looking forward to this coming weekend because it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
I took Friday off. My parents are coming. We're going to do some landscaping and all that good stuff. So it should be a good long holiday weekend.
That's awesome. Yeah, holiday weekend. We're getting almost to the end of May, you guys. So, really more than halfway through Q2 here, and you know what that means? We're almost halfway through the year. So, I'm curious if you guys are on track for your goals this year. When you set your goal for revenue or profit for your shop, if you are on track or not. Feel free to be putting any of your questions in the chat. By the way, we're going to be doing some Q&A. And if we don't have any questions, then I'm going to go into probably the Facebook group and see kind of what's happening there. And then in the middle of this, we'll announce the 100 winners. So the 100
Yes.
winners for our community. And the community that we are giving away, let me go ahead and pull this up here. You can see this is our community. This is what you will be getting access to. If you don't win or you didn't enter the contest, you can go ahead and we'll put a link in the chat wherever you're watching if you'd like access to this. We found that the Facebook group had a lot of spam people in it. So this is really a safe place. We have resources for you. You can see connecting with other sellers. There's tons of people to connect with, saying where they're from. There's live collaboration. So there's a live chat feature where you can interact with other people. General discussion, right? Where you can, someone, how do I reply to this negative review? And people will give you feedback and advice. You can share your wins. We also share wins here that are happening in our coaching group. So here's some wins from just this month. Remember, May does not have to be a slow month. It can be a really strong month. We have people who are basically, let's see, January through April of last year was 6K. This year, they're already at 40K. Now they're doing 7,600 a week this month. Last year, they were doing 10K for the whole month. So you can see all the results. It's really inspiring when you have the right strategies in place. Susan, I love this. She started one strategy one day, 100 sales. in a day, almost 100 sales in about 650. So you'll see lots of wins, different areas to collaborate on, categories. So this is what you'll win.
Yes. And this is separate, you guys. Keep in mind from our main course and coaching platform. So by popular demand, we launched this, and this just gives you a whole nother community element. And this is filled with sellers that are not only a part of our program, but anybody that's an Etsy seller. So you get a ton of value and resources here. We will be increasing the price soon. So make sure to join as you can. This is the perfect opportunity. We have a question from Oral Histo and Research. Hi, I love your videos. Awesome. Thank you. Is it necessary to be niche specific in your store, or is a general store also, will a general store also work? I think that's a great question. We get that a lot.
Yeah. So we actually recommend not choosing a niche and instead choosing customers. So we cover that right away with our students, but we're choosing profitable customers. Hopefully you can see this. Yeah, we're choosing profitable customers, and we're not picking a niche at all. Actually, there's a big difference between choosing a niche and choosing a customer. A niche doesn't guarantee that the person is going to be consistent with their spending habits. I always say it's like buying dog food. You could say, I'm going to sell to pet owners. Well, some pet owners, they buy whatever's on sale, whatever dog food's on sale at Walmart. Other pet owners, they have fresh gourmet, like ground, whatever delivered. So not all customers are created equal in terms of their spending habits. So general store, I recommend thinking about who you want to target and then serving them in as many ways as possible. And you can target multiple customers in the same shop.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys, any other questions? Feel free to plop them in here.
Yeah, questions or your shop link. If you have a specific question about that, we can pull it up. Couple things. We have some new team members I want to introduce a little bit here. This is our coaching team, you guys. So some of our coaching team made it to our event in Las Vegas, but I hope you can see this here. We have subject matter expert coaches in all these different areas. So some are in the US, some are international. We have the Netherlands, Australia, Switzerland, the UK, and Czech Republic as well.
Yes. And our coaches come from all different backgrounds. So, for example, Winnie is an attorney and has a shop with her husband that has been doing very, very well as well. So, she's a great knowledge source. Iona is in Australia, you guys. So, we have a very diverse international team.
Yeah. I can also pull open the Facebook group potentially here and dive into some questions there while we're waiting for you guys to submit your questions.
Yes. And Oral Histo, we can absolutely look at your shop. Just go ahead and put the link in for us in the chat, and we'd be glad to take a look at it.
Okay. Let's take a look. This person has been trying on Etsy for months and only 2 sales from the same person. They have a lot of photos and videos and do SEO, but I'm struggling. I have a lot more designs and I don't have listed and not sure if they will help. Should we do that one, Ryan?
Yeah, let's take a look at it. Then we have one after this we can take a look at from our chat too.
Okay, Missouri. Interesting. A handmade plant propagation, dog harnesses, and cake toppers. Okay. I would recommend wrangling in our ideas a little bit. Looks like you are shipping, but the thing is we are not presenting these in a strong way. So visually, like I had no idea even what this was. I see it's a necklace, but it's $133. Like you have to make sure the value proposition is there. This like a cake topper, it says 3, but is that decorative or just information? Like it's just a little bit confusing. I would say right now I wouldn't keep adding new listings in this way. Also, you mentioned you did SEO, but we want to make sure that we're doing the SEO correctly. Otherwise, if you just keep putting listings up in this way, they probably won't take off. So I would recommend learning more before you add more. Otherwise, you're going to have to redo quite a bit. I like the idea. It's good. Like good ideas, plant propagation things, but I wouldn't go so broad with the diversity here.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Let's look at Maria's Food Adventures.
Mhm.
She opened her shop on the 1st of March, had her first sale, but maybe we can give her some tips here. So it's X Stitch by Oliverne.
Okay,
Take a look at that. And Oral Histo, make sure to post your shop link so we can take a look at it for you.
awesome. Okay, you had your first sale in the first month, but nothing since. Okay, interesting. Cross stitch patterns. Patterns can be extremely lucrative. We actually have a coach who this is her expertise is patterns. So um, yeah, man, we would love for you to connect with her. She's in the Netherlands, and it looks like you are in the UK. Very cool. So, yeah, her name's Andrea, and she is right. Where is she? Right here. Anyways, um, a lot of updating to happen here. Like I would be changing all the photos immediately. I also think your product mix, I see you're focusing on a lot of seasonality, but that is not going to be evergreen. So it's really hard to build momentum with things that are going to be starting and stopping because of how seasonal they are. So really with your product mix, I'd recommend not doing seasonal items until you have at least 100 sales. Okay. Let us know if you have any questions on that. So basically, it's reworking the product mix and the presentation, the SEO as well. Pricing strategy, I would also update. And we want high converting descriptions that are optimized for mobile. So site merchandising included. And you want to make sure you're really thoughtful about what type of backgrounds you're using here. Okay. So like just the mock-ups, we would want to redo most of these. Okay.
All righty. Welcome, David. Happy to have you. He's a student of ours, just started and is reworking his listings. Awesome. Sounds like you're on the right track. Glad you're with us. And we have a question from Esther. They said, can I drop ship supplies and how? They're interested in wig supplies.
Yes. So certain categories. I'm curious what type of wig supplies, if they're truly supplies or if these are actually like finished products. Um, yeah, that would just be a question I'd have because certain things you're not allowed to do under the supply category, and I would just want to make sure that everything is allowed. But you absolutely don't have to ship the supplies yourself. You definitely don't have to.
Mhm.
This would be a good question for coaching, just because then we can go into the specific suppliers. Not all suppliers are going to be willing to ship for you. And if they do ship for you, it could be in a very, mm, I would say, in a way that would be negative for your branding. So imagine something arriving. Trust me, I've seen crazy stuff with shipping from China, like in basically like saran wrap with like duct tape around it. Like we don't want that from some suppliers, and that's sometimes how certain suppliers will ship. So that's why we would want to help you do due diligence on the actual suppliers that would do shipping for you. Okay.
All right, let's see. It looks like we have a question from one of our students. They're a newer store. They are a coaching student. Love the course. They have about 22 sales. Just added stickers. What else should I add or get rid of? This shop is wellness
Okay.
fidgetized. Is the
Awesome.
store? We can take a look at that.
And I have my coaching call on Wednesday. Wednesday, so I'd love to see you there. Wellness digitized. Looks like the shop name is not pulling up right now. If you want to respell that, just let me know. But we have our coaching call. While you're doing that, we do have our coaching call on Wednesday. Wednesday at I believe it's 7 p.m. this week. So that's where we can go through, deep dive into your shop in person too. Um, oh, digitized. I bet that's not fidgetized. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, amazing, Susan. Okay, so with your shop, you just added stickers. So what I would want to go through with you, probably more on Thursday, you can put your questions into our uh, our call sheet, our coaching call sheet, would be the 7 types of products framework. Okay. So I see you have a lot of, from ebooks to then stickers to print on demand shirts, We want to make sure we're targeting profitable customers. See a lot of the mental health things happening. So maybe that's more the direction you're going. Um, I'd want to see also what's working for you. So out of those 22 sales, were they all the digital ebooks? Looks like we don't have reviews yet, so I can't quite see what sold. But were they ebooks? Were they print on demand? Were they stickers? Like what were they? And then yeah, before you kind of go further, we should evaluate what these 22 sales were. If none of those ebooks sold, I'd probably retire all of those just because otherwise it's going to take updating of all these mockups, which might not be worth your time. Now, if these did sell, okay, then it's worth updating these listings. Yeah. So let's go through 7 types of products framework on Wednesday.
Yes. And then we also just posted, you guys, make sure to take a look in the chat, a free 7-day action plan for more Etsy sales. So we posted that as well. That's in here.
Yeah. Yeah, that gives you a really good day by day of what to do in the full 7 days to make sure you're being productive with your time. Because you could spend years working on your shop and have no results because you're doing all the wrong things. So it's not about the time you put in, it's about what you're doing with that time.
Perfect. Okay, Lynn, if you want to send us your shop link, we can take a look for you. All right. Should we go ahead and talk about our giveaway now, maybe, and then we can do some more questions afterwards?
Yeah, let's do that. So we have 100 winners for the giveaway, and I'm going to pull you all up here. Now, listen carefully. If you entered our giveaway over on Instagram, what we're going to want to do is look for your username here, your Instagram name and handle. And then you'll want to email team@dylanjahraus.com. Now we're going to put a link to this sheet in the chat wherever you're watching, so you can quick grab it and look at it to see if your name is on here. But here I will scroll down slowly, so keep an eye out for your name. Comment in the chat if you won. Please do. And in this group, by the way, I do a lot of live Q&A, impromptu assistance as well. So we have 100 winners. If your name is on here, you'll just want to email team@dylanjahraus.com with the email address that you would like access with. And then we will go ahead and it will be tomorrow. You'll receive an invitation to the community to get access.
All right, guys.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, lots of winners. Hi, the Bradley Journey. Welcome.
And we can do some more questions. Should we do
Yes, let's see if we have, let's see, David. Oh, so go ahead.
I can also pull up, we have lots of questions in Facebook.
Yes. Maybe we do a couple of those. Then if you guys have any other ones, go ahead and type them in, put in your shop links, all of that. But let's cover some Facebook ones.
This is interesting. I'm new to the group. I have had an Etsy store in the past and I got nervous and shut it down almost instantly. Okay, you guys, don't be afraid of sales. That's why you're doing this. Okay. Recently decided to start over. You felt more ready. Great. Love for some feedback. Okay. A lot of people I hear, they get nervous and they shut a shop down. I hear this every week. So just remember your why. Why are you doing this? Rugged Cowboy Creation. Okay, nice. So you're making jewelry. Now, one thing we want to focus on here is value proposition. And we covered that in module 3, right here. How to win in search results with your value proposition. This is your combination of your listing photo and your price. All right. So what's happening right now, like I'm not worried about your prices. Like these are very, very low. But what we are showing, the way we're showcasing our product on like the kind of cardboard cardstock, especially that color and everything, we want to do this in a different way. And you don't have to show these earrings in the exact way that you're shipping them, right? Even if this is how you package them, consider taking them off. Like this, I think this is one of your best listings. And I think this would do so, so well if it was pictured differently. We have some really great guidance on photography if you need help with that. But there's 18 different types of listing photos that will really help convert someone. I think you have a lot of potential, but what we don't want to do is be consistent with doing what we're doing now, because we're not good enough yet to be consistent. We don't have results yet. Okay. Also with jewelry, SEO, I find, is one of the biggest areas for improvement, because a lot of people who are making jewelry, they're thinking about the product. They're thinking, black starfish dainty earrings, right? Or, jade earring, green, Malay, jade, crystal. Like they're thinking so much about that that product, that the details, the materials, the components, not the overall purpose or solution it's providing, right? Maybe it's small drop earrings for grandma, right? Maybe it's Kelly green, right? Think about different ways to say that color of green. The material itself, the jade, the crystal, whatever it is, doesn't matter as much as the overall vibe and what solution it's providing. Um, okay, so SEO needs updating, photos need updating, product mix. Like you're so heavy on earrings right now. We would totally get you into the 7 types of products framework. That'll help scale your order number really high, really fast. We would really benefit from loss leaders in here. Front load it with that. Yeah, if you need help, just reach out. We have jewelry experts on our team, actually. So we have on our current team, we have, let's see, Sabina is a jewelry expert, and so is Coach Saskia.
All right, perfect. Looks like we did get the store for, let me scroll back here, oral histo and research. This is just general feedback. So it is a vibey trendy.
Okay.
Look at that one.
Vibey trendy. All right. So, okay, interesting. I do recommend staying away from AI mockups just because the fit usually isn't as trendy. Just a recommendation there. Also, heavy on t-shirts. And okay, I see we have some mugs now too. Okay, so we have t-shirts and mugs. You would really benefit from the 7 types of products framework, just because right now your price points especially are like 13 to 17. Like we are in such a small window here. So to drive up average order value, to increase multi-item orders, and drive up the lifetime value of your customer, you'd benefit from a different product mix. In terms of SEO, looks like it all needs to be updated from what I'm seeing so far. I'm guessing your traffic might be pretty low. Now you have 145 sales. Let's take a look at what's working. We do have a resource called the More Better New Principles. And this is where, it's actually a principle set that I learned from a mentor of mine, Alex Hermosi, at an event last year. And this is a game changer when you're looking at what to prioritize. So let's look at what's working. So it looks like a lot of the Pakistan things here. Okay. Which that might be your customer. And if that is your customer, then I'm, curious about some of the things that are like 90s BMX shirts, that type of thing. Take me to the 90s. I think we need to get much more focused on who you're selling to. Designs, I think, do also need some updates. So, designs like this usually aren't going to sell. Spacing, fonts, design elements. Yeah, and really needs a rebrand, I would say, as well. Yeah, if you're trying to be a trendy shop, I recommend not having trend or trendy in your shop name.
All right. Okay, let's see. So, all right, Dylan, there's a shop that just posted. I have the disappearing thing happening again for me, but can you grab the most recent one?
Yeah, Kelsey, Ember, and Sparrow. If you need to jump out and jump in, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm just going to refresh here.
Okay. Okay, you said you got a small laser and you're going to add different products soon. New store and keep with the same. Limited sales but good reviews. Worth saving or start fresh. So, Kelsey, oh, Minnesota. Awesome. I'm from Minnesota. Um, so, Kelsey, wow, we have a very limited product mix. Curious, okay, what is selling? All right, so we have some of the wire knitted art, which interesting, it's not in your shop right now. That's very interesting. So what was, I'm curious, big burning question for me, why are you not selling this right now? If this is what was working before, why don't we have it currently? Um, yeah, if something's working, we don't want to get rid of it unless there's some, extenuating circumstance. I do took too much time, hurt your hands. Okay. Totally understand. There's workarounds for this, by the way. There are workarounds for this where you can still do a similar aesthetic that is not as like painful potentially. So we have someone who does this very successfully as the knitted wire category, I would call it, in Minnesota as well. She's amazing. Okay. Her name is not Kelsey, it's Chelsea, but close. Anyways, you're asking about a laser, and what I would want to do is actually look at your stats over the last 6 months and see your views and visits, your traffic, your organic traffic, not through ads. And I'm curious if it's increasing, if it's decreasing, or if it's staying the same. And that is how I would make that recommendation. It's going to be a data-based decision. So just because, what this looks like, this was 61 sales and it was 5 years ago in your first month, we might want a different shop right now. The fact that you have good reviews, it's only, what is this, 21 reviews? It's not many reviews, honestly. So it wouldn't be hard to get this going again. Looks like 2023, was it the later half of the year? I see May. I'm just curious when most of these sales happened and if traffic is increasing or not. That would be how we'd make the decision. So if you are, I don't think, let's see. Yeah, so we'd want to look at a screenshot of your traffic, and then we would let you know the recommendation. From what I'm seeing, it's probably salvageable because I see 2023. Okay. Ryan, come back. Let's see. Let's take a look. Any other questions here? I'll pull up a Facebook question while we're waiting for you guys to submit something. Okay. Okay, this one says, okay, this was almost a month ago. Quite a few listings, no sales yet. Feeling defeated. You want to be a stay-at-home mom. Okay. Okay, so we still have no sales. And this is almost a month later. So really, a couple things here. We've got to not do anything that has trademark, copyright infringements with it. We've got to be careful there. I see a lot of high risk things right now. Like, I'm guessing your traffic is super low because this is not the way we want to have SEO. So, this type of SEO is not going to get you organic traffic. Same thing with the listing photos. We want a high click through rate, so we need your listing photos to be something that is going to entice someone to actually click in. So this is not where we do our Amazon style photos with a white background, right? We don't want to do that for Etsy. Completely different strategies for Etsy. All right. I would also say, like, everything we're doing with our descriptions has to change. We need the 18, well, there's 18 different types of listing photos. So 10 of those I would recommend. We're not optimized for Pinterest. So overall, like, it sounds like you really want to do this and to stay home, but a month later, still no sales. Like, we've got to start making some updates here. And it looks like you've gotten a lot of comments here, 25 comments. But, typically comments in a Facebook group, they don't necessarily get you to the next level. And it looks like they still haven't gotten you sales. So we want to make some serious changes here. Also, our top print on demand students who are doing like over 100K a month, they typically don't focus on apparel.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Amazing. Let's see. Should we answer one more question maybe?
Yeah, let's see here. Should we grab one from the most recent?
Natalie, maybe?
Sure. Okay, so the store is Bind and Grow.
Okay.
I know I need more listings, but I don't want to add more if what I'm doing is already wrong. So we can take a look and see what her current ones look like.
Yeah, and you guys, I talk to people every week, and our team does too, where it's like, they have like 200 listings up, and they feel like they just need to keep adding more listings.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like, Natalie, is this the correct spelling here? If not, did you mean the shop Bind and Grow? There we go. London. Okay, very cool. We have two coaches in that area of the world. Okay, so Islamic binds. Let's see. Printables, flashcards. A lot of this is actually difficult to read on mobile. I mean, on a big desktop, let alone on mobile. So I like the top font, but the bottom font I would be changing.
Mm-hmm.
And SEO, I would also be updating. And anytime you're picturing physical products, like we want to be doing that in a different way. It looks like you're doing a lot of your own photos, maybe creating some of your own mock-ups. I do think we need to update how you're doing that. So the concept of like kids activities, educational tools, great concept. Learning resources, that's a great concept, and it typically does quite well on Etsy, but we need to update the current listings before we create new listings in the same way. So, you could double the number of listings, but then, we just need to make updates to these and, really focus on like who would be using this. I'm not really seeing a lot of that in your photos. So some recommendations. I would hold off on throwing up a bunch more listings before you update these.
Absolutely. And then a couple techie questions here, just so everyone's aware. Winnie's mom. So we're not doing this in Circle, actually. It's on social media. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, right, Dylan? Are we on Instagram as well right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we should be on Instagram as well.
They had asked where to find the link. And then Tracy, no, this is the first comment we're seeing. I just scrolled back, so I don't think the prior comments populated.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Well, what do you think, Dylan? Should we wrap it up or do we have time for an encore?
Let's do one more question. And by the way, you guys, if you would like access to this type of guidance, what we offer, it's one-on-one private coaching. It's unlimited every single day. You have access to myself and our coaching team. And then you get 208 coaching calls. So we will put a link to schedule a free call with us where we can actually take you through our full program and we can show you, the results, the students, what success looks like, and you can see all of them for yourself. It's a free call and it's with myself and my team, and we'll take you right into the program and see if it's a good fit for you. So
yes.
Yeah,
right.
Should we do the last question?
Yeah, let's do that. And then just a reminder, everyone, we did just post the winner batch again. So if you joined a little bit later, there was 100 winners for our Etsy community outside of our course and coaching program that we reviewed earlier. So you can click this document and you'll be able to see if you're a winner. Let's go ahead and are you on one already, Dylan?
Yeah, this is a new one. Minnesota coming in strong. Yes.
Shayna.
I did not pre-pick all the Minnesotans, but yeah, that's where I'm from. Egan, good old Egan. Okay, so with your shop, looks like we have quite a bit of updates to make, just to make it feel like a safe, customer experience that people feel comfortable shopping from. Since you only have 30 sales and you have the 5 stars, that's good. But there's quite a few updates that we want to make just to make you seem like an active business. Now, in terms of phone cases, I've seen a lot of people get into tech accessories, whether it be phone cases, AirPod cases, laptop cases, mouse pads, things like that. And I do think I would expand significantly beyond this. This might end up being like, if I were to look out a year from now and see, okay, if I were to take your product mix and transform it, I'd probably have this be about 10% of your product mix. Okay. Um, so if that just kind of gives some insight, I like some of the mock-ups you're doing. A lot of these mock-ups, if they are mock-ups, they are pretty good. Some of these specific, like with the wood kind of rings and things you have going, much more modern and elevated than a lot of the options out there. So well done there. But overall, product mix wise, like I'd have this be about 10% of it. Yeah. So, I could nitpick at, SEO, but I feel like sometimes it's more helpful to give you some high level direction if we see something going down a path where, updating the nitty gritty of your SEO or doing a specific social media strategy on these listings, like how much would that really move the needle versus a larger swing in the direction of your product mix? So I hope that's helpful.
All
Okay.
right.
Awesome. And if you need overall like high level direction for your shop, that is also something we do. Because a lot of people come in, they have, sometimes they're doing 10, 20,000 a month, but they're like, I want to be doing 50,000 a month, or I want to be doing 100,000 per month. But I don't feel like my product mix will get me there. That is what we can focus on right away with you, high level direction, because sometimes what you're doing is not going to be able to like 10x. So just something to consider if you need that type of guidance.
Yeah, whether you guys are new or, already have been on Etsy for a while, we have all different types of sellers in our program. So definitely keep that in mind. There's something for everyone. We have our new course that everyone's really loving. The link is here, the most recent comment. So feel free to schedule that call as Dylan mentioned. And thanks everyone for hopping on today.
Thanks, guys. And I'll see you Wednesday on my coaching call in the platform if you're a student. All right.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.